Hello and welcome to Low Budget Gaming and welcome to another First Descendant video. So patch 1.3.17 is live January 22nd and there are some really nice changes here. So first up, in the content improvements, they have increased the sources of getting the dimensional stabilization keys. Sigma sector drop-off operation will add one key from defeating the commander. Axion planes will give you one key from defeating the commander and one key if the mission is the operational mission, the one with the fangs. Then we have the Void Vessel, medium-sized facility. On the standard difficulty, you get one key from defeating the commander. And on hard difficulty, you can get 1 to 4 keys. And there's also a low chance of getting 20 keys. Same for the Supermassive Receptor, 1 to 4 from commander, 20, low chance of 20. And then same for the Forbidden Sanctuary. They've also adjusted the gold rewards from breach tracking from the gold box, basically, which is called Resonating Amorphous Dimensional Stone. So now you'll get a minimum of 600,000, which has a 67.5% chance. And then they've also reduced the drop amount of Golden Kuiper in the mission, but you get more gold from defeating enemies. I ran this mission a couple of times, the breach tracking, and I was getting 800 to 900,000 gold. Previously, I was getting 600 to 700,000 gold from completing the mission. And then when you open the box, you get another 600,000. So you are averaging from around 1.4 to 1.5 million gold, which is about the same as what you would get from the special operations on Fortress or something. So I think that is a good change because now it'll take you 5 minutes to do this and you'll get about the same amount that you would from the special operations, which takes around 7.5 minutes usually. So I think this is a good change. And the fact they've added keys to different missions is also good. But they've only focused on the recent stuff. I think they should add the keys to 400% dungeons, invasions, all those things. So that people, as they're progressing through the game, they're accumulating these keys. So by the time they get to breach tracking and they want to do it, they have already got a lot of keys. Now, of course, we'll still get a lot of keys from the ETA at the weekend, 600 from there. We can also get a lot from a Wall Crasher. They haven't addressed the issue of the Field Colossus not dropping much. So yeah, so they have made some improvements, but they could further improve this, I feel. But overall, at least it's a good resource for farming gold. If you put in the gold boost, that should also help. Next up, in the equipment and modules section, they have reduced the excessive visual effects of the Thunder Cage. This is a welcome change because it was blinding when using the Thunder Cage. So now you can use it without, losing FPS and not being able to see things. So this is a nice change overall. They've also improved the lock-on targeting for the ultimate weapon Afterglow Sword. And they have improved the performance of Greg's Reversed Fate as well. So previously the bombardment generation delay was 0.8 seconds. Now it's 0.4. So cut down by half. And they've also adjusted the damage of the bombardment. So this has improved significantly. They have, however, reduced the additional damage of the enhanced bombardment. So the normal bombardment will do a lot of damage. Enhanced will do a little less. But overall, they should help the gun. I haven't tested Greg's recently, so I'll have a look again. Then they've changed the skill power of the trigger module two-phase from a maximum of 18% to now 24%. Next up is a very convenient quality of life change. So now you can hold 250 trigger modules and up to 223 ancestors modules. So trigger modules, previously you could only hold 100 of those. Now you can hold 250. And for the ancestors modules, previously at rank 31, you could hold 153. Now you can hold 223 at rank 31. They've also made some improvements to this keyword search function. I haven't really used this much, so I can't tell how much of an improvement this is. Minor adjustment to Jaber. Turret zone durations has been doubled. Again, I don't know if this is significant, but we shall see. Now on to ENZO. So some really impressive changes here, but more are coming. So first up, we have the director's comments on ENZO. And he says in the 1.3.18 update, which I'm assuming is next week, the ammo type restrictions for prep effects required to activate the firing specialist and compressed bullets passive skills will be eased. and ammo consumption from melee weapons will also count towards the prep effect. So this was the big issue for me, at least with ENZO. So if they improve this and it's easier to get the prep effects done, I think ENZO will become more viable. They've already made some changes. So basically now any weapon that is stored away will get automatically reloaded. They've also increased the weapon change speed. And they've also added skill critical hit damage to the passive. So previously we were getting 30% critical hit rate increase. Now we are getting 60% crit damage increase as well. So this is a good reason to use the passive now. So yeah, so ENZO should be in a good spot, but I'll still wait until they have the next patch. Ultimate Eugen and Normal Eugen, the Transcendent modules proliferating Elegy and Battlefield Medic will now revive the allies much faster. On to the upcoming event starting from the 28th of January until the 18th of February. So this one is called Unveiled Truth Dia. So basically they'll give you an opportunity to collect some Dia Ancestors modules and Dia crafting materials a week before episode 3 starts. And I think this is a good move because a lot of the time whenever a new season or episode starts, we have to farm the new Descendant. It's quite time consuming. The drop rates are low. Then you have to farm a lot of these research materials. You have to run the same dungeon over and over. So getting some of the crafting materials in advance will be a good change. So yeah, so this will start next Thursday. It says 28th Wednesday, but that's like 11 p.m. Pacific time. So for most of us, it will be Thursday, 29th. So this will run for 21 days, 3 weeks. Yeah, so looking forward to this one. Next up, we have some new products being added to the shop. This will be next week again, not this week. And this is the returning skins, the Valentine set. So this will be on the 28th. Next, we have bug fixes. So quite a few issues with ENZO. I ran into this issue in particular, the firearm reinspection. The first skill was supposed to give you 15% crit rate when you walked and touched your battlefield supply device thing. And this wasn't happening. It was only happening when you had done the prep effects. So now it should work normally. They've also improved some of the other changes. Some more changes to equipment and modules. Apparently the Scarab was not teleporting properly, and some more UI and UX changes. There was also some issues with the lounge. Again, I haven't been to the lounge recently, but I did notice the frame rates dropping in the lounge when you first walk out of the elevator. So they should have fixed that. I haven't tested this. So yeah, this is fixed now as well. So overall, I think a good patch, some good improvements. Like I said, they need to address the field colossus and improve the keys dropping from that, and more missions. They can add the remaining missions to this as well. Like every mission should be dropping something in 1 or 2 keys. The idea behind this is that you're playing the game normally and you're accumulating 1 or 2 keys here, 3 here, 20 there. And so when you're using the breach tracking boxes, you already have some keys without going to get those keys. I think that is the thing they need to understand, that the people shouldn't be going to farm the keys. They should be getting that from just playing the game. But yeah, good improvement and good gold drop here as well. So yeah, so that is it for this patch. Thank you for watching. See you next time.